Those who are led by the Spirit of God are children of God. For you did not receive a spirit of slavery to fall back into fear, but you received a spirit of adoption, through which we cry, Abba, Father. First and foremost, I want the seminarians to see themselves as children of God. On account of their baptism, they have been received in the church and they are reborn as beloved sons of God. We cry out, Abba, Father, as St. Paul says, because we have that relationship to be able to call upon God as Father. As Jesus tells us to pray, when we are to pray, we're to pray, Our Father. What a great gift and privilege it is to pray in that way. It is a relationship of father-son, that we're beloved sons, and that relationship must be personal, it must be deeply rooted in the men. And I think that they come to learn that and develop that and strengthen that during their time here at Conception Seminary College.
He's just shown me how much he loves me being here, just how much he loves me personally. Like, apart from everyone else, yes, he loves everyone, but he loves me individually. And that's the greatest thing I've been shown here in my first year.
It is so very important to identify first as a son of God when you're in this journey of seminary, because ultimately you're going to be a son of something. And if it's not God, then what is it? What are you putting yourself under? What are you looking to for comfort? What are you looking to for fulfillment, for nourishment, for fill in the blank? What are you turning to? What are you looking for?
And it's the Spirit then that is able to pray and work in us and animate us in our whole life. And that gives Christ then an opportunity to work in us and to bear fruit, because it's Christ's work, it's not our work. And when we can open ourselves up to Christ's work and let go of the self more and more, then Christ is free to work and to allow us to use us as his instruments.
I think he has shown me how to relate to him as a son, as someone who is weak. His strength is manifest in my weakness. And he showed me a lot of things that I didn't know about myself, whether it's my weaknesses, but also some of the gifts I have and didn't think I would have. But he's shown me that, okay, now it's time to talk and to lead these people.
I think the biggest reality of our faith life, I think that we miss is like God does want to interact with us and he does want that relationship with us. Just are we willing to like enter into that as well? Because it can be scary, because there's some things in my life that I do that like are not of him still. And he like is constantly weeding that out. But the more I'm willing to surrender that, he's already coming in. It's just I'm able to actually see him more.
We really do focus on the human person first and foremost. And the men who come here, everybody's got their wounds, everyone has their difficulties. It doesn't matter where they come from. And we make an environment for them where they can find some healing from those wounds and really understand the love of God in their lives that gives them freedom. Freedom to be who they are, freedom to give of themselves, and it enables them to go forth and do what God has called them to do.
There's a significant period of maturity that occurs in the men from whether they enter as a freshman, but to the point of their senior year. Growth in leadership ability, growth in responsibility, and especially growth in appreciation for God's call in their life and what God is asking of them, but coming to that place of free response to give themselves away in self-gift to God the Father.
Seminary is such a gift. There are difficult times, and there are times where you do struggle in seminary. But that's how you grow, and that's how you get better, and that's how you conform yourself to that of Christ.
It is a great gift for us to be a part of this process, because we just see them grow and mature and become confident in who they are, confident in God's action in their lives. They recognize that they really are sons of God, beloved sons, and when they recognize that, it just transforms their whole lives. They become these leaders who are excited and fervent and ready to go out into the world.
These young men are coming to see how much God loves them. And that's the foundation for their life, seeing themselves as beloved sons of God. My hope is that they always grow in that realization, that knowledge, and that knowledge is something that they then are able to share with others. That they can share the great things that God has done in their life and be able to point to God's action in the world.